Alright guys, I've got 5 books back from CGC. What better way to start the new year than with a CGC unboxing, guys? Let's get into this and see what we've got back. What's up guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Mr. Archive. If you're new here, thanks very much for joining. So this video is going to be my first CGC unboxing for the year. So I've been waiting for these books for almost about maybe 3 months now. So I sent in 5 books to CGC for grading. One of them was an ASM 299 Mark Jewelers, Invincible number 9, the first appearance of Monster Girl. We also had Invincible 11 in there, the origin of Omni-Man. We also had Invincible 19, the first appearance of Battle Beast, and we also had a Secret Wars 8 in there in a direct edition, alright? So let's unbox this package and see what we got. Alright guys, so here they are, out of the box and in the famous CGC bubble wrap. Right, so I'm gonna get these books out of here. I'm not gonna have a look at them, and then we're gonna see what grades we've got, all right? So the first book up we have is ASM 299. So this is the first appearance of Venom in costume, widely debated as Venom's first appearance, and Todd McFarlane seems to think so. So the history on this one was that I was supposed to actually send it in for the Todd McFarlane signing, and if you haven't seen that video on how to prepare your books for a CGC signing, you should see it up here right now on the screen. But yeah, so I missed the signing. Unfortunately, this book was already being cleaned and pressed to be prepared for the signing, but I missed it. And then I just decided to send the book in to be graded because it is a Mark Jewelers variant. So these are very hard to find in higher grades. But this book I thought was just going to be a simple 7.5 to 8.0. So, you know, a mid-grade copy. But because it's such a rare book to find in a Mark Jewelers, you know, I thought, well, why not send it in anyway? So shout outs to Magic Pressing. When he received this book, actually, he was just confused as to why I had sent it. But then once he opened it up and realized it was a Mark Jewelers, you know, that answered all the questions because he knows my standards, as you can see on screen right now. Anyways, enough about that. I thought it was a 7.5 to 8.0. We have got a 9.0, guys. Wow, would you look at that, guys? A 9.0, guys. I am so impressed with that. I didn't think it was going to be a 9.0. Like I said, I thought it was going to be a 7.5, which is crazy, guys. So there you have it, a Mark Jewelers variant in an ASM 299. Let's have a look on Go Collect and see what these are going for, and also have a closer look at the graders notes from CGC on this one. Alright guys, so here we have it on Go Collect, the Amazing Spider-Man 299, CGC 9.0 Mark Jewelers custom label, rare as it states from the eBay listing. I figured I would have a look on Go Collect to see if there are any sales, like I said, and there was one. This happened in July of last year. It looks like the listing was originally set for 400, but Go Collect has flagged it as an outlier. So this is either a sale that is significantly higher or lower than other recent sales in the same condition. I think purely because an offer was made on it, Go Collect couldn't actually clarify what the sale value of it was, but they've still noted it down as a sale that happened with this book, okay? So yes, July last year it was sold, probably somewhere in the region of around maybe 300 to 400, somewhere in that range, or just under 400 should I say, because it was listed at 400, who knows. But in any case, here it is with a custom label, same book, and so yeah, no other sales. That is literally it, guys. So they are very, very hard to find, and if you do find one in great condition, I encourage you to get it graded. Now, for a closer look at what CGC have said, they said spine stress lines to spine, guys. So 9.0, spine stress lines to spine, very fine near mint copy. Let's have a kind of closer look at the back of the book, because that's probably where most of it can be seen. So yes, you know, there's spine stress lines here in this area, just where I'm circling around, you can see overall. But yeah, man, I thought this book was a 7.5 8.0, guys. I cannot lie, I did not think it would come back as a 9.0, so I'm pretty happy with that one. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, guys. Should it have been a 9.0? Should it be less than that? Let me know what you guys think, all right? Next book up is Invincible number 9. So this is the first appearance of Monster Girl and Bulletproof. So this book is notoriously difficult in high grade due to the black cover. As you can see on the front, it's all black, and then on the back of this cover, it is black all the way through, all right? It is prone to things like rubs, fingerprints, scratches, all that sort of stuff. So in any case, I thought this book was going to be a 9.4 to a 9.6. I have previously had this book in a 9.2, so I'm hoping that it's going to come back at least a 9.4, better than what I had before. But anyways, guys, here we have it. What do we get? We got a 9.6, guys. Wow. Yes, man. So I'm very, very happy with that, guys. Take a closer look at that. A 9.6 Invincible number 9. Beautiful copy with the custom label. And as I said, guys, the back of these Invincible books, man, they are very, very hard to get in high grade because they're all black. Not all of them, but some of the issues are. So do make sure you check those to see whether they have a black back or not, and make sure to have a closer look. But yeah, guys, really impressed with that one, really happy with that. So let's see what this book is doing in the 9.8 and also the 9.6, and also have a closer look at what the CGC graders notes on this one were. So here we have it on Go Collect, Invincible number 9, CGC 9.8. So obviously my book isn't a 9.8, but I just wanted to show this book in particular. It wasn't the last sale, but this was sold in November last year. $1,375, guys, which is wild. If we see even here back in December, 1,850, guys. So like I say, guys, Invincible books are low print run, and certain issues are very, very hard and high grade. I mean, as a 9.8, there are only a population of 32 that exist graded in 9.8, guys. So that is incredible, and you can see the value of it is just skyrocketed, guys. All right, we're bordering 2K here in a 9.8 for Invincible 9. All right, so let's have a look at what the reason was for CGC giving this a 9.6. So as you can see here, scuff to staples was the reason as to why. So if we have a closer look at the front, you can see here on the left hand side of the first staple, there's some scuffing there, and also on that staple. And then if we have a look at the back of the book, that is also the case there on that staple at the back, and also here as well, guys. All right, now the thing is, I've had this book many times, and one of the things that I've noticed is that this scuffing by the staples appears to be a manufacturing defect. All right, that's just my opinion, but there are so many of them that I've come across that are like this, and I feel like it is. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because if we have a look at this 9.8 here, what I was showing earlier, which sold in November, if you have a look here by the staple, you can see the same scuffing. That is also there as well on exactly the same places. And then if we look at the back, similar sort of thing as well. Mine obviously appear to be a little more apparent, but guys, I mean, I think it's a manufacturing defect. But let me know in the comments, guys, what you think about that one. But I think that it should be treated as a manufacturing defect on the book, and I think that I should have gotten a 9.8, guys. But let me know what you think in the comments. So in a 9.6 in this Invincible number 9, currently it's a fair market value of $325, which I think is pretty wild, considering how difficult these books are to get in higher grade. But I think as time goes on, Invincible is just going to keep going up, as I've said before, and I mean, we're bordering on the $500 mark there for present dollar value. But the last sale of this book was back in November, as you can see, for $475. So not many selling. Again, a population of 53 in 9.6. So again, there's only 187 of these books graded universal grade. So that is pretty wild, guys. Next up, we have Invincible number 11. So this is the origin of Omni-Man. It doesn't actually say that on the CGC label, but hopefully as Invincible continues to get popular, that will change and CGC will actually note it down. So I have previously had this book in a 9.6 before. I was hoping for a 9.8 on this one, but I just kind of felt that I should be more conservative, and decided to go for thinking it would be a 9.4 to 9.6 book. All right, so let's see what we got. We got a 9.6, guys. So this is the second time, like I said, I've had this book in a 9.6. This is another one of those Invincible books that has an all black cover as well. I can't really see. Oh, right, okay. So there looks like there were some very light spine stress lines on it. Nothing's breaking color. So yeah, as expected, I thought it was going to be a 9.4, 9.6. I was hoping for a 9.8. I'm chasing the 9.8 in this. But either way, man, super happy with that. So yeah, let's see what this book is doing on Go Collect, guys, and also check out the CGC graders notes on this one. All right, guys, so here we have it, Invincible 11 here on Go Collect. So if we have a look here, 9.8s are going for $925 fair market value, and then we have the 9.6s going for $500. So if we have a look at the last sale, the 9.6, the last sale, the 9.6 was $500 exactly back in December last year. Right at the end, somebody bought themselves a nice New Year's Eve present going into the new year. So again, book is definitely on the up in a 9.6. If we have a look at the 9.8 grade as well, that I believe, yes, there was a sale for $1,000, guys, and then the last sale, which was at the beginning of January, was for $900 in a 9.8, guys. So again, climbing up, looking good, guys. If we have a look on the CGC graders notes, as I said, spine stress lines to spine. So nothing that I wasn't really expecting, but sometimes, you know, you can get lucky and walk away with a 9.8 with that type of grader note. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the book. Let's take a closer look. Hopefully you guys may have seen in earlier when I showed the book in its real form, but you know, you can see here there's just a very little light stress line. You know, barely can be seen, guys. So you know, maybe on another day this might have been a 9.8, but in any case, still really happy that it came back a 9.6, guys. So next up we have Invincible number 19. So this is the first appearance of Battle Beast. So an interesting story with this book. So if you've ever sent in a CGC submission before, sometimes you'll get a very nice email which tells you that you've been upcharged. And this book was line number 4 in my submission. I knew that when I sent it in, and so I knew that it was going to hopefully be a 9.8, or perhaps, if I was lucky, a 9.9. So I was hoping for the 9.9 on this, guys, because I do have this book already in a 9.8. So I was really hoping and praying to the comic gods that I was upcharged for a 9.9. So yeah, let's have a look at what we got, guys. We got a 9.8, guys. Look at that, guys. So another 9.8 added to the collection. So there's a 9.8 just behind me here, as you can see in the back. But yeah, this one's with the custom label. So super happy with that one, guys. I thought it was going to be a 9.9. Damn it, I didn't get it. But we got a 9.8, and I've got 2 of those in the collection now, guys. So super happy with that. This book has been going up for pretty much most of 2025. Let's see what the sales are looking like on Go Collect. All right, guys, so here we have it, Invincible number 19, the first appearance of Battle Beast. This book has been trending upward for the better part of most of 2025. If we have a look here, there are 2 9.9s on the census, so I was praying that my book was going to be another 9.9 to add to that and make it 3, but it didn't make it this time, unfortunately. But I do have the 9.8, and the fair market value of it currently is at $900, guys. So let's take a closer look and see what the last sale of it was. And there we have it. Back on the 19th of December, it was sold for $925. And again, guys, it seems to keep on wanting to push up, guys. So yeah, man, great book to have, guys. If you can find an Invincible 19, I would definitely grab this book for sure, and add it to your collection, guys. And the last book is a Secret Wars number 8 in a direct edition. I've had this book a lot of times. I have many raw copies of it. And so if you guys have been joining me or whatnot, you would know that a lot of you have bought a number of different copies of Secret Wars from me over the last couple of years. And so yeah, if you haven't got this book in your collection, it's definitely one that you should have as a collector. I think it's just an iconic cover, and obviously it is the origin of the symbiote, the alien symbiote, that eventually becomes Venom. So obviously a very big book for very good reasons. And so yeah, I thought this book would be a 9.6 to a 9.8. Obviously, I'm hoping for the 9.8 on this one, and it will be great to add to the collection. So let's see what we got, guys. We got a 9.8, guys. So yeah, I'm super happy with that, guys. Let's take a closer look there. Beautiful book, man. Really, really nice copy. Bright colors. The back is bone white. Which is always great and always a good indicator when you first pick up this book as well. So yeah, man, super happy with that. Really happy to have a 9.8 Secret Wars in the collection. The next goal for me is to chase a newsstand in a 9.8 of this book and find that and grade that out. But hopefully that will happen this year. But in any case, guys, let's have a look at Go Collect. Let's see what these are doing in a 9.8. So here we have it, Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars 8 in a direct edition, the origin of the alien symbiote that eventually becomes Venom. So here we have it, guys. Look at that, man. There are a lot of these graded, guys, so just be warned. 30,000 copies universally graded, which is insane, guys. All right, there are 510s that exist and 27 99s, guys. Incredible, right? So here we have the 9.8. There are just over 6,000 copies graded, and the fair market value is $475 in a 9.8, guys. All right, so if we have a look at the last sale, let's see when that was. Has there been any sales this year of 2026? And there has been a few already. So the last sale was $515 in a 9.8, and that was actually an eBay auction, believe it or not. And then it's kind of been trending around the $480 to $490 mark. There was even a really lower sale, $432 here at auction. But yeah, again, guys, it's a book that every collector should have in their collection, I think, especially if you love Spider-Man and Marvel in general. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think, guys. Will this book continue to climb? Will we get the black suit in Secret Wars? I'm still pretty certain that we will. But yeah, let's see what happens, guys. So that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this one as much as I did. So make sure to check me out on Whatnot. So each week I do a live sale every Thursday. If you haven't joined Whatnot before, make sure you use the link in my description down below to join and get some credits off your first purchase there as well. Right now, if you like the look of the Go Collect platform that I've been using to check sales across books at different grade points, if you sign up to Go Collect, you'll also get $9 off your first month subscription using the link down below in my description. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to connecting with you all throughout the rest of the year, and as usual, guys, have fun, keep on collecting, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.